Sri Gurubhyo Namaha children, 12th standard children, it is a grammar class for you. Already we saw active passive voice and indirect and direct speech, reported speech we saw, and today we are going to see the chapter called simple, compound, complex. And before taking that, what is simple, what is complex and what is compound? So I want to ask you, first you must know the structure of the simple sentence, compound sentence and complex sentence. So what is needed for that? First, what is sentence? What is a sentence? Sentence is a group of words which gives complete meaning, and it is called as, or it is known as sentence, we will say. What is a phrase? What is a class? What is a phrase? What is a class? You just tell me children, what is class? You know that always grammar class is a little tough, that too transformation of sentence is given, you will find a little tough in that when changing from one sentence to the other. So I want to know first what is phrase, class and sentence and the structure of three sentences, then we will go for the class. What is a phrase? Yeah, a phrase is a group of words which gives meaning and there won't be any verb in it. For example, in the morning, in the evening, in the corner of the street. So here when you find there, you will not find any verb in that. No verb, and there is no finite verb in it. At the same time, there will be a group of words and the meaning will be incomplete. It will not be a complete meaning, it will be an incomplete meaning. It is clear children? Okay. Suppose if it is class, what is a class? There are different kinds of class, noun class, prepositional class and phrase class, and then you have adverbial class, adjectival class, you have lot of kinds in that. First, what is class? And what is the difference between phrase and class? A class is a word, a group of words which gives incomplete meaning. So phrase gives incomplete meaning and there won't be verb at all, finite verb. In class, finite verb will be there and that also incomplete. It needs something to join. It will not stand independent. It will be dependent on something. Then it is called as class. And it will be having a verb. It will be having a verb. So it is not completed. It is having incomplete meaning and it will be having a main verb. Phrase is a group of words which gives meaning and it will not be complete meaning and there won't be verb, and if there is a finite verb in that, it is called as class. And classes, you have subordinate class and you have main class. So main class and subordinate class. Main class is a dependent class and subordinate class will be dependent on something. So main class is called as independent class, it can be stand on its own, and subordinate class is which joins something or it depends on something, then only it will give a meaning. And what is a sentence? A sentence is a group of words which gives complete meaning, and a sentence will be having one or more subordinate class and one or more main class. So with this main class and subordinate class, we will be finding the structure of the sentence, whether it is simple, compound or complex. It is clear children? It is clear to you? So according to the dependent of the main class or subordinate class, the structure of the subordinate class and main class, the simple class stands. So it will be having one finite verb. What is a simple sentence? It will be having one finite verb and it will be having phrase with it. Then it is called as simple sentence. And what is compound? It will be having two main class and a conjunction. It will be having two main class and a conjunction. What is complex sentence? A complex sentence will be having one main class and one or more subordinate class. So this is the structure. So you know that if you learn physics, you will be learning about the energy. You will be saying that energy cannot be created, cannot be destroyed, but it can transform from one energy to the other energy. The same rule applies here in the grammar also when you are transforming the sentence. So you will not add or delete any word, you will not change the meaning of it, but you can transform from simple to compound, compound to complex, complex to compound, and compound to simple. So you can transform the sentence, and you cannot, what to say, add or delete something in that. So you can add and delete according to the class. So whether it belongs to simple sentence or compound sentence or complex sentence. So first of all you must know the structure of the sentence. So first you must know what sentence the given one is. Suppose if it is simple, you will be having one finite verb and there will be some phrase, that is called simple sentence. And compound sentence, you will be having two main clause and some conjunctions. And if it is complex sentence, the complex sentence will be of one main clause and one or more subordinate clause. So you understand the structure of this sentence, children. I hope you understand. We will go for the thing clearly in this. Okay. What are sentences and what are they? You have simple, compound and complex. You have simple, compound and complex. Okay. What is sentences? Before passing on to simple, compound, complex, it is important to be familiar with phrase, main clause and subordinate clause. First you know what is phrase, what is main clause and what is subordinate clause. This is very, very important. What is simple sentence and what is compound sentence and what is complex sentence? Before knowing this, what is important is you must know or familiar with this phrase, main clause and subordinate clause. If you thorough only, you can go for simple, compound and complex. So here, what is a phrase? A phrase is a word, a group of words which gives meaning, and it will be not having verb. For example, in the morning. In the morning. So it is called as phrase. In the evening. In the evening. So in the morning, in the evening. So it is a phrase. There is no verb in it. In the corner of the street. At school. So you will be having that. These all called as group of words which gives meaning, but it has no verb in it. It is called as phrase. It is clear, children? Okay. What is a class? What is this class? What is a class? Class is a group of words which gives meanings, and it will be incomplete, and it will be having a finite verb. It will be having a finite verb and it will be incomplete in sense. Then it is called as clause. And this clause you have two types. One is main clause, the other one is subordinate clause. What is this main clause? What is a main clause? What is a main clause? What is main clause? This main clause is nothing but it can stand on its own. For example, if a family is there, father is there and mother is there and children are there. You children are dependent to your parents. You can't decide on your own. But your father is the main person in the family. He has the decision and he can have his own decision. If he plans to go to Goa or Chennai or Dubai or wherever he decides, he can put his word to his wife, that is your mother, and he can go. He is having the dependent, he is not dependent, he is independent. He is main in the family. So whatever he decides, suppose if he decides to get a TV, he can get. If he decides not to get, even money is there, he will not get. So the main person in your family is father. He is the decision maker in the family. The same way he can stand on its own and independently he can decide. So like that, if the main class is, it can stand on its own. It can stand on its own. It will not depend on anything. Then it is called as main class or dependent class. It is called as main class or independent class. Because it can stand on its own. It is not necessary that it have to depend on this. So it is clear, children? Okay. So the same way, main class is like that. And what is subordinate class? First of all, you must know what is phrase, what is main class and what is subordinate class, so that you will be knowing the structure of simple sentence, compound sentence and complex sentence. If you know the structure only, it will be easy for you to transform from one simple to compound or compound to complex or complex to simple. So it will be easy for you to transform the sentence. First you must know the structure. For that, what is essential? You must know what is phrase, what is class and what is main class and what is dependent class and what is independent class and subordinate class. Main class and independent class are same, it can stand on its own. But subordinate class is not like that. It depends on something, so it is called as dependent class or subordinate class. So it is clear, children? You understood what it is? So here it is very clear. And what is subordinate class? Otherwise known as dependent class. Okay. For example, as I am having fever, I couldn't attend the class. So I couldn't attend the class is the independent class, it stands on itself. Because I am having fever, since I am having fever, as I am having fever, it is depending on the sentence, I have not attended the class. So here this is subordinate class and that is main class. It is very clear, children? Okay. So you know what is phrase, you learned what is phrase, what is class and what is main class and what is subordinate class. Again I will tell you, a group of word which gives meaning and there is no main class, it is called as phrase. For example, in the morning, in the evening, at the school, in the corner of the street. So in these you will find no verb, finite verb. So it is called as phrase. But what is a class? Class is a group of words which gives incomplete meaning, but it has a finite verb in that. So you can differentiate the class into two types. One is main class, the other one is subordinate class. One is main class and the other one is subordinate class. It is very clear, children? I hope you understood very clearly now. Okay. So now you can understand main class and dependent class. It is clear? Okay. So it is very clear to you. Okay. Okay. So now you tell me the structure of simple sentence. The structure of simple sentence is, you will be having one finite verb or main verb. You must know what is a finite verb and what is non-finite verb. Finite verb or main verbs like sit, stand, eat, run, play, this all comes under finite verb, the main verb. And non-finite verb, gerund, participles, and infinities. These are called non-finite verbs. So now you are clear with the finite verb. So the simple sentence will be having one finite verb and it will be having a phrase with that. So that is the structure of the simple sentence. That is the structure of the simple sentence. We will be having one finite verb and main verb or a main verb. So you will be having a finite verb or a main verb, otherwise known as main verb. Plus you will be having a phrase. You will be having a sentence and in that extra word will be there as phrase. It is very clear to you. So this is the structure of simple sentence. Compound structure. How the compound sentence will be there and what is the structure? Its structure will be having two main class. It will be having two main class and a conjunction. So it will be having two main class and a conjunction. It will be having two main class and a conjunction. What is this conjunction? But, yet, and so, then, this all the conjunction. You will be having the conjunction and you will be having two main clauses. What is this two main clauses? You will be having Sheila has fever and so she had not attended the class. Sheila had fever and so she didn't attend the class. So now you understood that this is one main class and this is one main class and this is conjunction. For example, Sheila had fever, that is a one main class, and so she didn't attend the class, that is another main class. So that is the structure of the compound sentence. A simple sentence will be having one finite verb, one sentence, and along with that a phrase. It may have only one finite sentence and the other sentence will not be there. If at all it is there, it will be having only a phrase. So that is the structure of a simple sentence. And the structure of a compound sentence is, it will be having two main class and a conjunction. It will be having one main class, conjunction, and the other main class. It will be having one main class, conjunction, and the other main class. That is the structure of the compound sentence. Then what is that called complex sentence? What is this complex sentence? What is the structure of it? It will be having one main class and one or more subordinate class. It will be having one main class plus one or more one main class plus one or more subordinate class. So it is very clear, children. You understood the structure of the sentence. Simple sentence will be having one finite sentence plus you will be having, if at all it has, it will be having a phrase. And compound sentence will be having two main class with conjunction. And third one, complex sentence, it will be having one main class plus one or more subordinate class. It is very clear, children? Okay. Okay. What is a subject and a predicate? Subject, a person or thing that has been discussed, described, or deal with. Example, I have said all there is to be said to be the subject. Predicate, the part of the sentence or a clause containing a verb and stating something about the subject. John went home. So here you can know the subject and predicate. Okay. Now you understand what is a phrase. What is a phrase? What is a phrase? A phrase is a group of words. It doesn't carry a subject and a predicate. So, a phrase is a group of words. It doesn't carry a subject and a predicate. So, it will not have a subject or a predicate. So, what is a subject? What you are talking about the person or a thing is called as subject, and what is said about the person is called as predicate. This will not be there. So, then it is called as a phrase. So, a phrase, it doesn't carry a subject and a predicate. On account of his illness, he didn't attend the meeting. So, on account of his illness is what? On account of his illness is what? It is called as what? A phrase. It is called as phrase. So, this part is called as phrase. So, here something is, he didn't attend the meeting. So, plus your phrase is there. So, it is the structure of the simple sentence. So, the structure is simple sentence. So, you having, he didn't attend the meeting, this is the sentence and this is the phrase. So, the structure of the simple sentence is, you will be having a sentence and along with that a phrase. A phrase with a simple sentence is called as simple sentence. Okay children, we will see the compound and complex and the remaining thing in the continuation of the next class. Thank you children for listening. We will see in the next class.